Hello everyone and welcome to Barca News. It's November 6, 2022 and Barcelona have confirmed that they will be making signings in the winter transfer market. Also, the departure of Gerard Pique has reignited the club's interest in Manchester City's midfielder Bernardo Silva, and Barcelona continue to line up possible replacements for Ousmane Dembele. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Mo and we'll begin with the news that Barcelona defeated Almeria 2-0 yesterday in what was Gerard Pique's last match at the Spotify Camp Nou. Now, this was a great performance by the team where they kept suffocating pressure against Almeria, specifically in the first half where it not only allowed them to create a lot of chances and a lot of danger, but it also prevented Almeria from posing any real danger against Mark ter Stegen's goal. And in fact, the only danger that Almeria were able to pose against Barcelona in the first half was when Frenkie de Jong made a mistake which allowed Almeria's attacker to intercept his pass, but thank God Mark ter Stegen was there to save that shot brilliantly. Now overall, this was a great collective effort by the team where all the team connected really well, and despite the team lacking some effectiveness where they created a lot of chances but they were only able to score 2 goals, Barcelona at the end of the day were still able to take home a victory, and it was still able to take home 3 very important points in this race for La Liga. And as a result, Barcelona are now sitting at the top of the Spanish league, at least until Monday when Real Madrid will face off against Celta Vigo. Now this match was Gerard Pique's last match at the Spotify Camp Nou after the Catalan defender announced his retirement through his social media accounts a few days ago, and Barcelona were able to organize a very great and emotional farewell for one of the best center backs in the history of the club. Now all the team members wore Gerard Pique's jersey prior to the beginning of the match, and there were signs all over the Camp Nou with the word forever in Catalan, with the letter E being replaced with the number 3, which is Gerard Pique's number. Now Gerard Pique started this match and he was subbed out at the 83rd minute, which allowed a sold out Camp Nou with 92,000 fans to give him a great standing ovation. Now after the match concluded, Gerard Pique was able to thank all the fans by making a lap all around the stadium as all the Camp Nou fans cheered him on and held up signs thanking Gerard Pique for everything that he has done for the club. Now a video played on the scoreboard which detailed Gerard Pique's journey through the club, and the player was able to give a very emotional speech where he had to fight off his tears, and he even broke down due to the intense emotions that the player was feeling. Now Gerard Pique thanked all of the players and all the staff members and the board of directors for giving him the opportunity to play for his club, for his childhood club. And Pique also said, "In life, as you grow older, sometimes to love is to let go. A relationship of so much love, so much passion, I think it is the moment to give ourselves some space. That is why I think it is the right moment to go, because I love this club. I am convinced that I will be back in the future. This is not a goodbye. I left when I was 17 and I came back. My granddad made me a member when I was born. I was born here and I will die here." Now just like in his farewell video, Gerard Pique once again said that he will be back, and it seems that Pique has some ambition of becoming a Barcelona president, and in fact it's already being reported that Gerard Pique is planning to launch a presidential campaign as soon as Joan Laporta's term is over in 4 years, because Gerard Pique does not want to wait any longer to become the president of his childhood club. Now if you haven't seen it already, I have posted several shorts on my channel detailing the emotional farewell that Gerard Pique had at the Spotify Camp Nou. Now prior to the match beginning, Robert Lewandowski received the award for being the best player in the Spanish league for the month of October. Now Barcelona will face off next against Osasuna on Tuesday, November 8th, and that will be Barcelona's last match prior to the World Cup break. Now all the players who will participate in the World Cup will depart Barcelona on November 9th, and Xavi has announced that all the players that will remain in Barcelona will be given 3 weeks off, and that the training grounds known as the Ciutat Esportiva will be closed from November 14th until December 1st, for the exception of those players who are still injured and need to keep training in order to recover from those injuries. Now in regards to the players who will play in the World Cup, they will be given a 1 week off after the World Cup is over, depending on when their teams were eliminated. So for example, if your team is eliminated on December 1st, then you will have a 1 week off until December 8th, and that's when you're gonna have to report back to training. Now, with the departure of Gerard Pique, the question now remains, what's going to happen with the other three Barcelona captains, which are Sergio Busquets, Sergio Roberto, and Jordi Alba. In regards to Sergio Busquets, it seems that the player has made up his mind and that he will leave the club at the end of his contract in the summer of 2023. And Sergio Busquets does not plan to retire, and it seems that he will be going to the MLS, where it seems that he has already finalized his deal with whichever club will be his next club. Now, in regards to Sergio Roberto, his contract will also expire with Barcelona in the summer of 2023. And even though the player has been having some good performances with the team due to his injury and physical problems, it's most likely that Sergio Roberto will also leave Barcelona, and he too could be joining another less competitive league such as the MLS. Now, in regards to Jordi Alba, his entourage has confirmed that the player is neither ready to retire nor is he ready to go to a less competitive league, and the player seems to be very confident that of his ability to continue playing at the top level. So if Jordi Alba does leave Barcelona, it would be to go to another team in one of Europe's top leagues. Now, on to the news that Xavi has met with the club in order to discuss Barcelona's next steps, and the club have confirmed that they will be making signings in the winter transfer market. Now, as we've been discussing these past few days, Barcelona have confirmed that they want to sign a pivot to replace Sergio Busquets, and they also want to sign a player to reinforce their right back position. Now, in regards to the pivot, as I've been reporting in my past videos, Barcelona have elected Jorginho to replace Sergio Busquets, as his contract will expire with Chelsea in the summer of 2023, which will allow him to arrive in Barcelona as a free agent. Well, it's now being reported that Jorginho has requested from Chelsea a 14 million euro salary in order to extend his contract with the Premier League club, and this could cool Barcelona's interest in the Italian midfielder, because as you already know, Joan Laporta has implemented a strict pay scale at the club where no player could earn more than 10 million euros, and this would mean that Jorginho would want more than what the club could offer him. Now, in regards to the right back position, as we've been talking about, Barcelona are currently considering several options for that position, and the club have confirmed that they will be signing someone in the winter transfer market, given that Hector Bellerin has not convinced Xavi nor the club. So Barcelona will most likely not extend Hector Bellerin's contract past the expiration of summer 2023. Now, on to the news that Gerard Pique's departure has reignited Barcelona's interest in Manchester City's midfielder Bernardo Silva. Now, Bernardo Silva remains Xavi's dream signing in order to reinforce the midfield, and Barcelona attempted to sign the Portuguese midfielder over the summer, but for several reasons they were unable to complete this signing prior to the closing of the summer transfer market. Well, now with the departure of Gerard Pique, his huge salary as one of the highest paid players on the squad will be removed from Barcelona's books, and as a result, a big margin will be cleared on their wage bill, which will allow them to make a big signing such as Bernardo Silva. But of course, there remains the challenge of Pep Guardiola wanting to keep Bernardo Silva on his squad. Now, on to the news that Barcelona continue to line up possible replacement for Ousmane Dembele. Now, as I reported in a previous video, Barcelona are currently considering different options to replace Ousmane Dembele, given that the club do not know what to do with the player since his contract will expire in 2024, and Barcelona are not sure on whether to renew Ousmane Dembele's contract or whether to sell the player, given his erratic performances throughout this season. Now, one of the options that I discussed with you was Nicolas Jackson, who currently plays for Villarreal, and Barcelona have now identified a new option that could replace Ousmane Dembele, and that option is Wilfried Zaha. Now, Wilfried Zaha is a 29-year-old Ivorian player who currently plays for Crystal Palace, and it seems that several Premier League clubs and Juventus are also interested in him, so the player will have different options in regards to his future. Now, on to the news that Moukoko has hinted at a possible contract extension with Dortmund. Now, as I reported previously, Moukoko is a 17-year-old striker who currently plays for the German club Dortmund, and his contract will expire with the Bundesliga club in the summer of 2023, and the player is yet to extend his contract with them. Now, Barcelona are very interested in signing Moukoko, not only because he'll be a free agent in the summer of 2023, but also because he's one of the biggest rising stars in European football. Now this weekend, Moukoko made some pretty interesting statements where he said that he's been at Dortmund for 7 years, that he has the trust of the coach, and that he's very familiar with the environment there. And as a result, Moukoko said that he feels at home at Dortmund. Now with these statements, Moukoko seems to hint that he would like to remain at the Bundesliga club. So this has cooled off a little bit of Barcelona's interest and other clubs' interest in the young player. Now as I've been discussing in my previous videos, Barcelona are also interested in the Brazilian rising star Endrick, who currently plays at Palmeiras, but it's being reported that Barcelona are more interested in signing Moukoko over Endrick because Moukoko has already proven himself in European football, where Endrick is yet to do that. So we're gonna have to see whether Moukoko is gonna decide to stay at Dortmund and whether he's gonna decide to go somewhere else, and whether that somewhere else will be Barcelona. Now on to the news that AC Milan have reportedly reached out to Alejandro Balde's agent, Jorge Mendes, in order to gauge whether Alejandro Balde would be interested in joining the Serie A team. Now, as I reported previously, Alejandro Balde's contract will expire with Barcelona in the summer of 2024, and there are several top clubs who are interested in signing the young player, but Alejandro Balde has no intention of leaving Barcelona. Also, the club have confirmed that Alejandro Balde is first in line to extend his contract with the club, and it's reported that the club have already begun negotiation with Balde and his agent, and that his contract renewal could be made official as soon as this winter. Now, as I reported in my last video, Barcelona unveiled through their social media accounts the new revamped locker room at the Spotify Camp Nou, and when they did so, they accidentally leaked that Alejandro Balde will be getting the number 12 jersey, and that Iñaki Peña will be getting the number 13 jersey as well. Now we will end today's video with two brief updates. The first one is that Ronald Araujo is recovering much faster than expected, and that Barcelona have given him the green light to travel with Uruguay to the 2022 Qatar World Cup. Now Uruguay are hopeful that Ronald Araujo could recover from his surgery and be able to play in the World Cup, but even if he can, he's been given the green light from Barcelona to travel to the World Cup so he can support his teammates and be a leader in the locker room. Now the second update is that Samuel Umtiti has been injured in his match with his new Italian team Lecce. Now Umtiti is currently spending a one-year loan with the Italian team Lecce, and he has only played 3 matches, where he was injured in the last match and he had to leave the field due to some back problems. Now this is not looking good for Barcelona, who were hoping that Umtiti could recover some of his form while on loan so they can offload him permanently this summer transfer market. That is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like. Also, I'd like to invite all of you to please leave a comment down below, giving me all your thoughts and opinions about all the news that I share with you. And finally, I'd like to invite all of you to please subscribe to the channel so you can stay current on all the latest news in regards to our beloved club, FC Barcelona. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video, and as always, Pisca Barça.